On a quiet farm, the tractor, like every day, set off on its rounds. While driving along the fence, it noticed something disturbing. Several boards in the fence were broken, and in one place a large hole had formed. The tractor knew that it had to act immediately. The farmer who was working with the tractor decided that the fence repair could not wait. Seeing the huge amount of work involved in repairing the fence, he decided that two tractors, one red, the other green, would have to face the task together. Both had their specific roles. One of them was to attach a cyclop loader, and the other a large trailer to bring the wood needed for the repair. Both tractors, ready for action, set off from the yard towards the forest, driving evenly one behind the other. The green tractor with the cyclop loader attached, the red tractor pulling a large trailer. Cooperation was key. Each tractor had its own task, which had to be carried out precisely. After reaching the place in the forest, both tractors started working. The green tractor with the cyclop loader immediately started lifting huge logs of wood that were waiting to be loaded. The trunks were huge, but Cyclop easily managed to load them. Once the logs were loaded onto the trailer, the red tractor headed for the sawmill. The road was straight, and the tractor rode calmly, pulling a heavy load. Once at the sawmill, the wood was to be processed into the necessary boards to repair the fence. The tractor knew that its task was important, because without these boards it would be impossible to secure the farm from intruders. Then the logs were put on a conveyor belt, where specialist sawmill machines began processing them. Powerful saws cut the wood precisely, and then smoothing machines gave the boards the right shape and smoothness. The process was quick and precise. It was obvious that the sawmill was well prepared for such tasks. The tractor was ready to be loaded. The boards quickly found their place on the trailer, and the tractor happily headed back to the farm, ready to finish repairing the fence. In a small village surrounded by green hills lived a green tractor named Rufus. Rufus was very hardworking, and every day he helped farmers with various work in the field. It had a large, strong cabin and 4 solid tires that allowed it to move over difficult terrain. One sunny morning, Rufus, with the help of Mila's blue trailer, went out to the field to help harvest potatoes. He worked diligently, driving back and forth, transporting trailer loads of potatoes to the warehouse. Suddenly, Rufus felt that something was wrong. He heard a loud hiss and felt his right front tire begin to collapse. Worried, Rufus stopped and tried to find a way to fix the tire himself, but he knew he couldn't do it without help. He decided to call his best friend, a green tractor named Leo, who was a mechanic. Leo quickly took a repair kit and a new tire with him and arrived at the scene quickly. Leo and Rufus started working together. First, they lifted Rufus using a special jack to remove the flat tire. Leo deftly unscrewed the bolts and removed the old, damaged tire. Then he put on a shiny new tire and tightened all the bolts. With a new tire, Rufus felt ready to continue working. He went back to work, continuing to pick and unload potatoes. Thanks to Leo's quick and effective assistance, Rufus managed to complete his task without further obstacles. In the evening, after a hard day's work, Rufus, Leo, and Mila met on a hill where they could admire the sunset. They told their adventure, laughed, and enjoyed their time together. From that day on, Rufus knew he could always count on his friends, no matter what obstacles he encountered along the way. Together they were unbeatable, and their friendship and cooperation made every job easier and more enjoyable. Tell you a short story about two colorful tractors. Once upon a time, on a tiny farm among green fields, there lived two tractors, the red Rufus and the blue Leo. Rufus was as red as a flame, and Leo glowed in the sun like a blue sky. Rufus was always full of energy and looked forward to each new day to go out into the fields and help the farmers with their daily tasks. Leo, on the other hand, was calmer and very precise. He loved planning every move and always made sure everything was done exactly right. One day, when the sun was shining brightest, Rufus and Leo decided to join forces and help with one of the most difficult jobs on the farm, harvesting the corn crop. But first, cheerful and smiling, they quickly went to collect the agricultural machinery needed for work. United in their enthusiasm, they took to the field, ready for action. Rufus, with his strength and experience, drove the combine that cut the corn and loaded it onto the trailer, which slowly filled to capacity, happily watching his hard work pay off. Each pass through the field added more cobs to the growing mountain of corn, and Rufus watched with pride as his trailer became heavier and fuller. The work was intense, but Rufus worked with joy and enthusiasm. Each turn of the wheels showed commitment and determination. Rufus loved feeling the earth beneath him, seeing his trailer gradually fill with harvested grain, and knowing that his efforts were producing tangible results. The singing of birds accompanied him during his hard work, giving him energy. Leo, on the other hand, carefully prepared the land for new sowing with full commitment and precision. Its powerful wheels glided across the field, and the cultivator's blades cut through the earth, knocking over clods and grinding them into tiny pieces. Each pass left behind smooth, soft soil, ready to accept new seeds. The work was demanding, but Leo felt satisfied with every ride. Suddenly, while intensively harvesting, Rufus's wheels stopped, causing him to jerk violently. Startled, he immediately turned off the engine. It turned out that a sharp stone had stuck in its wheel, blocking further movement. Leo immediately noticed the problem, and without hesitation drove over to help. There was no time for wasted minutes. With Leo's help, the fault was quickly repaired. and Rufus could continue working without any problems. After a long day of hard work, as the sun began to set, Rufus and Leo stopped at the edge of the field to rest and admire their work. Laughter and conversations about how well they worked together filled the warm evening. From that day on, Rufus and Leo became best friends. Together they experienced further adventures on the farm, helping each other and supporting other farm machines. And so, through their friendship and cooperation, they made life on the farm more beautiful and full of joy. On a large farm in the heart of the village, two reliable tractors worked, one old, red, and the other modern, green. Every day, from early morning until late evening, the machines performed countless tasks, from plowing the fields to harvesting the crops. The children from the farm watched the tractors working with fascination, watching their every move with unconcealed delight. From early morning, they ran around the yard, watching how the powerful machines performed their tasks in the field. The sight of the large, colorful tractors aroused great interest and excitement in them. One day, while working intensively in the field, the green tractor noticed that the fuel gauge was starting to drop dangerously. The sun was high in the sky, and they still had a lot of work ahead of them. The tractor decided to go to the farm gas station, which was located on the edge of the farm, right next to the large barn. While the green tractor headed towards the gas station, the red tractor continued working, although he knew that he too would soon run out of fuel. After a few minutes, the green tractor reached the station. He gracefully pulled up to the gas station, stopped, and hooked the nozzle into his tank. The fuel began to flow, and the green tractor felt its energy returning with each liter to continue working. Suddenly, the flow of fuel began to weaken, until it finally stopped completely. The tank at the station turned out to be empty. The green tractor had only filled half of its tank. Worried, he waited for the red tractor that had just arrived at the station. The red tractor stopped next to it, also ready to refuel, but seeing the situation, he understood that other actions had to be taken. He headed towards the main warehouse where the fuel tanker was standing. It was a large metal tank on wheels that could deliver fuel to the station. The brave red tractor connected the tanker and transported it to the gas station. After a short preparation, the fuel began to flow from the tanker to the station's tank, filling it to the brim. Both tractors breathed a sigh of relief, seeing that the situation had been brought under control. The green tractor finished refueling. After a moment with a full tank, he drove away, making way for the red tractor, which soon had a full tank as well. Thanks to the cooperation and quick resolution of the problem, the tractors were able to return to the field, continuing their important work on the farm. Regular refueling and topping up of the fuel tanks in the station ensured that the machines could operate without interruption, ensuring efficiency and smooth operations every day.